Yeah, but that comes to the other side of it. Is like why
Mm,
I probably won't jump on the streaming service bandwagon. Is like I want
mm,
to preserve the games that I have. It's like I said, I've got that very specific library of games that I play
yeah,
and games that
of
I
course.
love to
Same.
bits, and
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
want to preserve that. It's like if the service goes down, like if Stadia decided to shut down in 2022, which, let's be honest,
Oh
that's
God, can you
feasible.
imagine?
That's feasible. That's the
That,
scary part.
it's not unlikely. Yeah, it could
Yeah,
happen.
that
It could.
doesn't seem out of the picture, which is quite
Yeah.
a scary thing.
Because what
Like,
if Google turn around and go, "Oh, thank you for the journey, guys. We're
yeah,
deciding
we're
to close
shutting
down the
doors.
project of
Mm.
Stadia because they might want to focus more on their phoneware or their techware and stuff like that." Oh yeah, to be fair, that could happen.
Yeah, that's not out of the realm of reality. That's the problem. It's
Yeah.
that all of these people who have put
God, I didn't
X
think
amount
about
of
that
money
until you
into their
said it.
games are suddenly going to lose that library. They're going to completely
Unless they
lose it.
unless they start dishing out physical copies,
Yeah, but with a streaming
they
service like
won't.
that,
They won't
that's
do that.
impossible without a physical copy,
Yeah, 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 yeah. Of
without a
course.
physical device to put said copy into. That's the other
Yeah, of
thing.
course.
That's the
Imagine someone
problem.
just receives a bulk
Um,
box full of
yeah,
discs.
with a model like that,
What do they
physical
do?
copies can't
Yeah,
exist. But yeah, that's the other
yeah.
problem for me with these streaming
I didn't
services.
really think about that at all.
Yeah, it's like you want to preserve these experiences. It's like
Hmm.
I literally yesterday, like I had a rough Monday, so literally yesterday I just sat down and played Underground 2 for 2 hours. And
Fair enough. Yeah,
it's,
nice one.
yeah,
Yeah,
because I own that game outright. That's not going anywhere. And it's
right.
like it
Yeah,
got pulled
and you know
from
what?
Origin, it got pulled from all of the
Yeah,
online
of course.
stores. And that's what scares me. It's that with these
So you have to
services like
protect. Yeah,
this,
so
they're
yeah,
only there for a finite amount of time. Like for racing
and
games,
that's
it's a little
why.
bit different because you've got vehicle licensing, which eventually runs out. So that's a
All right.
slightly
Oh
different
yeah, yeah, yeah. True, true.
scenario. It's like you've got
Yeah.
a license for the Subaru BRZ, which only lasts 5 years, and then they have to pull it from the game, or like they have to pull the game
Hmm.
entirely if all the licenses run out. But that sort of thing scares me.
Scott vs. World, that when people bought that game, Ubisoft published it, then they lost the licensing for it, so it got taken off the Xbox 360 store.
Mm.
Hasn't been available for over 12 years, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah, and it
hits
just pops
Ubisoft.
back into
It
existence.
pops back into existence. Oh, here's that game that you remembered, which is weird to think. Like, what happened? And yeah, it does happen, and Stadia could indeed have that issue.
Yeah,
But then that's why I bought the Xbox Series X and not the S, because I didn't want to keep it digital in case that thing happens. What if Xbox go, you know what? Thank you for all your time, guys, but we're now officially cancelling. Not that's going to happen because that's where they want to go. But
yeah,
we're
but
cancelling
hypothetically,
all purchases, all the Game Pass. Thank you for the journey. We're not going to continue with it. Games of gold, stuff like that.
yeah,
You know, you still want to get your money's worth in these situations. You still want to get the best you can for the games, and the best option, in my opinion, for that is physical copies.
yeah,
That
yeah.
is
It's like you have
crazy
a
to
physical
think
copy,
about.
you're not gonna get that taken away from you.
It breaks, but that would be on your own fault. That's completely different.
Yeah, but even
Yeah,
so, that's by your own agency. Like you have full
exactly.
control of that experience to an extent. Well, yeah, while licensing is different, it showcases an identical problem that we have with these streaming services is that you don't own it, you just own a license to access it.
Exactly. It's all access based. It's there is no someone else owns it. You
Yeah.
know, the person that's the server that someone set up.
Yeah,
you
it's
don't own.
like Destiny 2 on
I
Google
hate that.
Stadia. Google owns the game, but you own the license to your own character rather than a copy of the game. And that messes with
Oh, that's
me.
weird.
That really doesn't gel with
Yeah.
me.
God, who would have thought, eh? Deep. That's some deep thinking, but yeah,
We're
that is
philosophical
so
today.
Wow, completely. And it's sort of the shame because it's the future.
Yeah.
It's the future of gaming. That